Good evening and welcome. So today I'm going to be talking about Black Mirror Season 7. I've always been a big, massive fan of Black Mirror ever since it came out in Season 1. It's just been an absolutely brilliant TV show. If you haven't seen it, go start watching it. It is fantastic. I enjoy each episode. Very rarely do each episode become linear. In this, episode 4 and episode 6, we've seen different references to it, and episode 6 is a follow-on from a previous season, which we'll get into whenever I do a review of that. But no, I would suggest if you did enjoy season 7, go back, watch it from season 1 up to season 7 again. It's just a fantastic series of television, and I always enjoy, if you enjoy a Black Mirror episode, you can just sit and revel in the madness of it, and it makes you think as well, and it has some scary concepts in regards to technology and also people. Right, I'm rambling on. Should we start with the review? So season 7 episode 1 is called Common People. I thought this was a very good episode. It kind of kicked me into, wow, what is the potential of this series? Will it be one of the better series that I've seen? And also, what kind of series are we going to anticipate through this? So, Series 7, Episode 1, Common People, stars Chris O'Dowd and Rashida Jones. Mike and Amanda is their names. They're a couple. They have had fertility problems. They've always wanted to have a child. We see this through various exchanges, and we see the cot that they've purchased as well. And there's this harrowing line where she says, maybe I bought this too early. And he's trying to go, no, I'm sure it'll work. And yeah, it's just a tough subject to cover, and they do it so well. Chris O'Dowd and Rashida Jones, Amanda and Mike, they celebrate their 3rd year anniversary, and each anniversary through going to the hotel that they had their honeymoon at, called the Juniper. The Juniper is kind of like a running reference for any Black Mirror episodes that you've seen previously. Not all of them, but a good few of them, and you see it in the other episodes of this series. Sorry, it's very hot here, and you'll see my horrendous hairline. So that's what we see initially, and then the devastating news is that Amanda basically has this thing where she keeps forgetting things, where she keeps having these headaches, and eventually collapses while teaching her class. We find out she has brain damage, and the only reason to help her, to make her survive, is buying this subscription thing where it will replace her brain damaged area with a place called, I can't remember what the name is, but essentially it helps you in regards to it, and for a small subscription fee of $300 a month. And I was thinking to myself, $300 isn't that much if it's saving someone else. And as well, she has an income, he has an income, they don't have any children, they seem like they have quite a reasonable priced house. So I was trying to think myself, oh, you know what, that sounds not too bad to save the person that you are absolutely mad about, that you adore, and you want to continue your life with. I was like, surely you can cut back on a few things. They seem to be like, oh my god, $300, that's insane money, how are we ever going to afford that? And it gets very interesting then to see where this narrative goes. We see one of the construction site workers, Shane, I believe his name is, and he watches this thing called Dum Dums, where guys will do anything and girls will do anything just for cash. So there's a guy pulling out one of his teeth, and I believe he gets $90. There's a guy drinking his own urine, and he gets paid $20. And I was like, this is going to be something to do with making this money. So they start with $300, and they find it quite a struggle, and we see Chris O'Dowd's character taking on overtime, taking on additional shifts, and he is just exhausted. And we see Amanda's character getting very, very tired, and then we find out, oh, you know what, this is part of the program, that you have to sleep for 12, 13, 14 hours, and then you're able to rise. And she must just go straight to school. She must be like running to school going, sorry, I'm late again, I just got up. And then teach, goes home and just falls asleep. Literally like 12, 13, 14 hours of her day is just sleeping. Chris O'Dowd's up at 5. He's just like absolutely exhausted. He's coming in wrecked. And then we see this thing of, he is entertaining the fact that he will go on this dum-dums thing of doing various different things. We see him with a cup of urine, and he has to wash it before she sees it. And it's a very entertaining script. I love Chris O'Dowd's humour in this. I think it's very fascinating. I think it's very good. I think it adds to the character, and you see the frustration that he has. So just to move it along, we see various different elements of the subscription basis, which is kind of like a kind of funny knock on to what we have now, where the Apple TV goes up, Netflix goes up, which is what this is shown on, and various different subscription bases, Sky Sports, Now TV, all them kind of things just keep gradually going up. Our phone bills go up each year, and it's taking a mark out of this because she can only be in a certain bandwidth. She starts to put through ads. So she's talking to Chris O'Dowd and she's like, are you feeling depressed? Then why don't you try? Or can you not do any manual labor? If so, call around Alan, the manual labor guy. It's just a really funny kind of take on how inappropriate it is for ads. And the biggest inappropriate moment and the funniest is where Chris O'Dowd's saying goodbye to his wife. Spoiler alert, he's saying goodbye to his wife and she's dying. They're ready to like let her go, and just before she dies, she has a little moment to do an ad just before she dies, and I'm like, this typical Black Mirror, like it just gets you. And I thought it was hilarious. Thought it was a great episode. I think you should, if you haven't watched it, I've spoiled it a little bit, but like with any Black Mirror episode, it's just so fun to watch, so enjoyable, and I'm so glad that Black Mirror is back. So go watch the first episode of Black Mirror season 7. Thank you.